rumor and run up and sell off of BioNano Genomics, or BNGO. Because, well, you guys know I got no chance at pronouncing it right the rest of the video, even if I got it right that first time. I'll give you my exact thoughts on this stock and where my money is going and why, and if you should be buying this dip. Come up with was this. BioNano Genomics announced today that NASDAQ has granted the company an additional 180-day compliance period, or until June 28, 2021, to regain compliance with NASDAQ's minimum $1 closing price per share requirement. That is the best catalyst you got for a 14x run in a 2-week span? Really? This
Really anything short. 1.5. BNGO. Let's look at that. Okay, I can't do all of them, but I will do a couple more here. 6.31%. We'll come back and we'll do another round. Piton's nothing. Wow, only 6%. That's crazy. ZOM. Let me look at Zoom too.
Of pride in, because I fundamentally did not understand, BNGO as a company until I got into this as a trade. Like, I understand what they did, but I got into this, primarily as a technical analysis investor. And when I got into BNGO, I got in because I saw specific things here on the charts, and it was back here. We all know what BNGO is now, right? They're over a $10 stock. They've got the Sapphire system, absolutely crazy company. I got into it because of a couple of different indicators that I use. So I use the RSI, which is a really easy one to use, the relative strength index, basically just a indicator that tells you the bullish or bear. Typically don't have as much upside as a stock like, BNGO, where it's up over, 1,500% in the last, what would be 2 months or so. So that's what it comes down to. If you're fine with, really letting the everyday, very slow growth come into play with an Apple grow whatever sector they're in. For BNGO, it's the Sapphire system, the genome sequencing essentially. So that's a different situation where you shouldn't panic too much. It all comes down to, what is the premise? What is the fundamentals of the news catalyst that came out, and how is it going to affect the company?
Microvision's definitely pushing here. A lot of support in micro. We got BNGOs going straight up. Here again, Gores and EXPI, those are more of our stable long holds. But in terms of trades, I mean, OGI sold off a little bit here since the opening. Still looking to maybe do an exit on these guys with the Elon, as I say. So let's see, BNGO. So this one sold off a bit since we've been watching it. So selling down here. Volume substantially declined again. And that always makes me nervous. Like when you see this massive increase in volume followed by a lack of volume, sometimes it's just people. If you're in Microvision, good job. Hyliion's not one that I'm in. BNGO's moving up. Here's just another SPAC to pay attention to. I really got to do a deep dive on this one. This is PSAC. I've invested a small amount of money in this. Sent out alerts in the course. Let's go look at the all. Let's see what's losing big. BNGO, Carnival, Quantum, but that's okay. These guys won big today. Sundial just continuing to trend down, unfortunately. Frustrating. Why doubt Bitcoin? Why miss out? Yeah, look at that. Bitcoin, $54,500. To cope with Palantir market drop, which was nice. BNGO, OGI, that was another good day trade. But let's see if we can find something today. So not a lot of high flyers, at least on our list right now. We'll have to go hunting for a little bit. So if you've got one, feel free to post one. EXPI today, 3.7%. Slight rebounds here. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. We got Cinemark, 2%, BNGO, PSAC actually coming up a little bit. We got Drive, the autonomous vehicle ETF, up. All of a sudden bouncing there in the after hours. Cape, this was such a big trade where it was up like 100% in one day last week. Okay, are we going to see a recovery at 1026 here? BNGO recovering, Peloton recovering. It's the entire market's moving together. So don't feel bad if stocks that you picked are going red. It's really just the broader market. I wonder if this is going to help Ocugen. Let's see. Ocugen, hard to say. Let's sort now by the actual day movers. BNGO coming in with 8% off. Gevo actually accelerating a decline into the open. EXPI, okay, here we go. Now we're getting some movement. Let's see. EXPI also accelerating into the open, accelerating losses, that is. Percent today. This is big numbers here. BNGO, we'll have to see what happened, what Purple pulled off there. Fisker, another down day, just literally giving up all of its joys. A lot of folks moved over to Fisker right now, and it's not a move that they. Gevo's red candling. BNGO can't figure out what it wants to do. Fuel Cell's red candling. We got red candles at NGA. We got red. Okay. Nano Dimensions trying to go green. I'm sorry. This is Workhorse. Workhorse is trying to go green, but Workhorse has just been getting punished. I was actually wrecked in this. I mean, everything's been getting wrecked, but BNGO has had a massive run. OMG. Yeah, it is. It's basically at my Weeble purchase price, which I own this in other platforms too, but woo! Open door, big red candle. I mean, I'm this is the day chart, okay? So this goes back to like January here. Red. Let's sort by losers in the red because why not? Purple down at 24, BNGO down at under $7 a share, EXPI $45 a share, which is $90 before the split. Here and pretty there. Much but we're still seeing these relatively low levels. Wow, we just had another executive leave. BNGO? Oh, okay. BNGO. I think I'm even going to look at Steelcase here, but we've got Adobe, BNGO. Oh, here we go. Okay, announces financial results. So BNGO is in. We've got revenue at 3.99. I don't follow BNGO, so I don't know what the expectation was, but we can check the update here really quick. And I want to keep an eye on GameStop and Adobe, obviously. Here, a beat and a raise on Adobe. Very good. The BNGO does not sound so great. We've got margin down with year-end accounting. We've got sales down year over year. Some blaming of COVID here. Doesn't sound great on BNGO. I don't follow it enough to be able to weigh in on that. Maybe not these other guys. What's leading? Oh, wow. Restoration Hardware is doing like the Wayfair performance, up 7.4% there in after hours. Yeah. Shift is up about 3% in the after hours. Microvision up a little. Okay, after hours. Holy smokers. Oh my gosh. Look at BNGO. What happened? What happened? 8.6%. Boom! Like that. Ooh. Wow. 8K price. I am skimming here. But, yep. BNGO's raising money. After all, that is what the point. Yeah, stock market is designed to create capital liquidity. But Rite Aid, BNGO, these guys getting burned here in the after hours. Let's listen to this for a moment.
Well, this might be an archaic reference at this point, but it's actually a little bit more like the old BlackBerry Messenger, where in order for you to message.
Plug Power down 7.5%. Fuel Cell 7%. BNGO 7%. Is 1.2. BNGO. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other chat for a little bit. Gnog to MViz. I mean, we just go through the list, okay? BNGO selling off, Nano Dimension selling off, Microvision selling off, anything that's a SPAC is selling off. Listen to this, we're talking about earnings.
Analysts were anticipating revenue coming in below estimates as well, amid higher fuel costs, a 30% spike quarter on quarter, and still dampened demand due to the pandemic. You can see those shares are down about.
Go to the sticks. Okay, so BNGO, Fisker, Microvision, really good runs here. Even CRISPR still moving nicely. Who remembers like a week ago, we're like, oh my gosh, everything momentum has been getting battered for weeks upon weeks. It's crazy. It's like it's okay, still moving strong here, 26%. BNGO ticked up a little bit. Yep, Certainly did. OCGN sitting right around that 20%, bobbing around. ZOM, it looks like we got record close on all the indices they got here on CNBC. Let's take a look.
Of the trading day, as always. And today we've got Ritholtz Wealth.
Mind Medicine, 33%. BNGO, 26%. Churchill Capital, look at that, still pushing a little bit. Some more movers in the afters. BNGO in that $6 range here, 6.45 after hours. Matterport trying to recover a little bit. I don't hold any sends. Down 7% to 280. We got EXPI's down 7%. Palantir's down 6.83%. We are going down the list here of losers, unfortunately, today. BNGO, PaySafe, Clover, ZOM, Microvision, Open Door, Alibaba. All these guys down about 6% here. Tilray, Arclight, Twilio, Luminar, Teladoc, Aurora, Electromechanica, C3, all down around that 5% range. Xpeng actually had good earnings and I have BNGO up. I have Blink charging up. I have Dash up. Any you want me to take a peek at? Let me know. I'm going to add Aurora Cannabis to this as well because they're reporting today as well. Big move here to the upside on Plug Power, Marathon, and Riot. First screen day in quite a long time. So what's going on here? BNGO. Wow, BNGO is running a little bit here. Pull up the terminal and I'll get an answer on this. Let's find out what's going on. We'll see. All right, let's try to get BNGO up and running here. All right, we're finally live here. So BNGO, let's see what we got going on because we got a lot of momentum moving. So it doesn't necessarily have to be news related when we have a lot of momentum moving together here. Yeah, because Plug's moving higher, BNGO's moving. So it was a sales beat was in their earnings, increased pre-market. Okay, let's see. We saw that. BNGO Genomic, or well, yeah, whatever. The company surges as first ever gets you to understand it more, Kevin. So yeah, BNGO rocketing here, 24%. I'll tell you though, it has been getting destroyed. Man, I think I made 2 or 3 videos on Hyliion. HMBL is 1.83%. BNGO is 14.49%. BMY.
BioNano Genomics. Yes, it's $8, so many people wouldn't call that a penny stock, but the market cap is around $2 billion. Just like a couple of weeks ago, it was $1 billion. Within the last 6 or 7 months, it's been in the hundreds of millions. So it is a very, very small. Hey, we're going to be talking about what's going on with BNGO. Where could I see this going? Why is it ripping? Is it going to continue to rip? All of that good stuff. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Remember, there's going to be no... and yeah, we're going from there. So... BNGO stock ripping up 21%. Stuff is going crazy. And investors, this is a article on investorplace.com. Investors in BioNano Genomics Monday morning are picking up where they left off on Friday, boosting the shares of what has become the latest meme stock focus. So, you know, people are talking about what's going on, what is happening here. There's been a 16.2% increase in mentions of BNGO on Wall Street Bet. So some people are saying, yeah, maybe this is the next meme stock. Some people are talking about, you know, riding that AMC wave up. Maybe this is going to be the next short squeeze. But to be sure, BioNano did actually have some real news come out. So obviously, if you are an investor, if you are a believer in BioNano Genomics, if you think, you know, of all the genomic stocks out there, that this is one that could have a bright future ahead of it, this seems like a great person to be at the helm. He has that experience building something small, which is exactly what BNGO is trying to do, and is exactly what BNGO investors would hope for someone to have at the helm of their company. I think this is definitely a good sign. He has a deep understanding of how to penetrate clinical and research markets, including genetic diseases and cancer. For BioNano, he will lead the commercial run-up, especially on something with as small of a market cap as BNGO. It can really just go parabolic. It can absolutely rip towards the moon, and I think that's what we're seeing a little bit here. But this article does talk a little bit about how also BNGO stock has moved on short squeeze speculation. So in the case of BNGO, the percentage of this company's shares sold short sits right above 13%. So that is high, but some people are asking, is that high enough to fuel an effective short squeeze? Typically, companies with short interest ratios around 20% or higher are better targets. However, enough attention has been So there is a lot of different stuff going on for BNGO right now. It is becoming a hotter and hotter stock on social medias, on YouTube, on Reddit, on Wall Street Bets. You know, we saw that increase in mentions and everything. Also, they have some good news coming out. Also, there are short squeeze speculations at the same time that stocks like GameStop and AMC are absolutely ripping. So there's a lot of different things that are going right for BNGO right now. And previously, obviously, with this stock, we have seen it rip all the way to highs around 1557. The 52-week high is 1569. So yes, it's down around 50% from its all-time highs from you know, the highs. I assume this was in February. You know, these are not short-term plays in a company like BNGO. So, you know, if we think it's going to continue to rip, I think 15 has to be at least a realistic price target. But can it go higher? Can this be a $10 billion company? You know, could we see it in the 40s? You know, depending on how things go, depending on who ends up being the winner in and everything, this is all really, really good news for investors of BNGO. And yeah, if you bought the top, yeah, you're hurting a little bit, but people who were buying the dips along the way, you know, if you were getting buys in around $5, $4, obviously you've seen some amazing returns. So even though this company is down really, really big from its all-time bad, and again, I do not believe this is the end of the road for BNGO. This is definitely a company I believe in the long term. And yeah, if you wanted to start up some long positions on BNGO, definitely expect some volatility in a very, very small market cap stock like this. But seems like they're doing a lot of things right. Seems like they have the right people in place. And I really do believe that genomics is the future, and they are one of the top players in that space and in that.
Clover Health shoots up 30% here, but BNGO is really what took off today on phenomenal approval here. Just very, very sad. All right, whatever. Whoa, look at that on BNGO. I'm telling you, folks, it's scary. Oh, Daniel, I've never done that before then. Daniel says no options trading until 3 minutes before, 3 minutes after open, and 3 minutes before close. Maybe I've never done that. maybe I've always done it mid. Okay, so where are we? Yeah, okay. Look at this bounce on BNGO. It's really scary how we draw the lines. And I mean, this is nearly a perfect bounce. I don't even wake up for 2%. How's DraftKings doing? Okay. We played those DraftKings options well this morning. $32.23 on FUV, BNGO. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then let's kill this. So we'll maybe come back.
Super heavy, okay? And this one, BioNano Genomics, bingo stock, down over 6% here today, okay? It is absolutely ugly, okay? Now, in regards to this, when will this selling pressure subside? When more and more of these valuations get to what I call silly levels where it just doesn't make sense, I see definitely.
Oh, it's going to be fun. So I know some of you like BNGO Genomics, so we'll go ahead and cover BNGO. We have Roku, Etsy. I'm nervous about Etsy. Okay, look, Pinterest fell. Amazon fell, so I'm kind of expecting Etsy to fall. Now, I really don't want it to fall because I have call options. Uber, Roku, BNGO. Ooh, I'm nervous. It's gonna be. Was there Win too? Are you serious? EA reports today. Win reports today. Are you serious? How am I gonna cover all of this? I'm not gonna be able to cover them all at the same time, I don't think. And primarily due to a shift in sales. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about BNGO, unfortunately. Roku, supply conditions, shipping constraints, increased costs. Okay, I was curious why all of a sudden they were falling. It must have been their bottom line because their revenue beat. We've got BNGO, Marathon 2%, Hut 8, 1.88. XL Fleet. Yeah, I mean, these are nominal moves here. I wouldn't say that any of these particularly are super big moves at the moment, with the exception of Nordstrom's on one end and Dick's Sporting on the other end. Let's see here in the early after hours. No big movers. BNGO trying, or not BNGO, sorry, Camber trying to recover a little bit here. Bitcoin's been sitting mostly flat on the day. So is. Oh yeah, Cloudflare and BNGO. BNGO I usually don't get good summaries on though. Bloomberg writers don't do the summaries, then it's very difficult for me to see what the heck's going on. Okay, come on, Airbnb. Still no Airbnb, still no Pinterest. We are at a 52-week low on Pinterest right now. I started buying this one too. Let's see here. Oh, look at Pinterest. Wait, no, this is BNGO. BNGO is what's up. That's red candle sticking. Oh.
Reports on a fundamental basis. Plug Power, Salesforce, Wish, BNGO, Nordstrom also reporting. Keep in mind that on Tuesday you also have NEO, XPEV, and Lee reporting deliveries, representing the main 3 luxury EV manufacturers in China, outside of course, Tesla, but I mean domestically based EV manufacturers. Kathy Wood and ARK have been buying XPeng as of the last couple of months.
Wish, Dutch Bros, BioNano Genomics, Celsius Beverage, ChargePoint. Are you kidding me? Okay. I mean, you want to talk about a big week for the retail investor crowd. It is this week. This is like the Super Bowl week for folks, okay? And so that's just another element in this market that you gotta pay attention to, okay?
It's another piece. I don't know a lot about it. I have BNGO as one of my stocks for that space, but you look at like an ARKG, maybe that's something to get into once we start pulling out of this bear market that we're in. You know, maybe that's a space to get into just so you can kind of have some broad coverage of this area that you want.
I'll be incorporating a lot more stocks into the videos. BNGO right there. Make sure you guys don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. Let's do it. Let's get the channel over 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we can do it. Also, make sure you get your 5 free stocks with Momo. The link will be in the description, also pinned in the comments. Get up the sponsored by Momo. The link will be in the description, also pinned in the comments. So BNGO, I'll give you guys 2 levels that I'll be looking out for. Okay, first level right here is $1.75. And these are actually levels that I'm looking for tomorrow. Okay, I'm looking for it tomorrow. Levels an exit level that I'm looking out for BNGO right now. I do see there's potential, but like I said, we just need a little pullback. That's about a 14% gain. I even feel it can get higher than that $2 mark, but this is just a first initial play, right? So that we can do multiple plays. We just want to make sure that this reversal is actually going to line up, right? So it kind of. Now, next one is BNGO. BNGO. Do not worry. I looked at the other stocks. I looked at BBY. I looked at AMC, GameStop, Excella, Mullen. I looked at all of them before I made the video. They have either no new levels or the levels that I already gave you guys, they're still relevant. Okay. So make sure you go watch the video before this one where it has Excella, AMC, BBY, Sundell. The only thing that was actually clear was BNGO. And you already know we played Disney for over 137% gain already. So we got Disney already. Looking at BNGO, okay, it's number 6 right now, moved up 70 spots. So with that being said, BNGO, we need a little pullback in here, okay? It is at very high prices. Resistance isn't clear. I'll just put like an X for that. When you make good profits, make sure you have those profits last, okay? So BNGO, new levels 280 to about 370. Now let's go ahead and get in a big place, okay? It's SPY. Now you already know we already have a little bit of SPY calls left. Okay, we already exit, I think, for like 40-something% gain on SPY already. Looking to double down on those. Okay, now this
Tesla. And so today I was able to actually sell out of a portion of my BNGO position. So it's a position that I like. I like the genomics play long term, but I'd rather have some cash freed up right now. I don't think the stock is going to run in the near term. So for me, I sold off 10 shares. For me, that's a third of my position in that stock. So I'm still going to hold the other 20 shares.
That's kind of what I'm looking at for BNGO right now. Now, I can see this one going up to about like $5 to $6 or so, but it kind of needs that push. And I feel like if BBY is taking all the steam, this one might die down a little bit. Next one is ICPT. I'm going to play SPY tomorrow. We're also going to go over BNGO. I had a lot of questions on BNGO, so I'll give you guys some levels. It actually has a massive buying level in BNGO now that I was looking at it. So congrats to everybody that commented, because I did find a buying level on BNGO. We'll also go over BABA. There's some news of the delisting stuff. I think a big play on BABA can be in there. Ernie's trying to mess up anything. I'm going to just go ahead and move the buying levels down. And the buying level is about 205. Some pull down again. I'm actually looking for a second play on BNGO. Okay, so two potential plays, but that is just the first. Let's see, BABA right here. Now, BNGO, I had a level at 205. It never really got down there. It went to 13 cents away, and then it started going up, hit that resistance level Friday, and then you can tell blew right through it. Support at resistance, support at resistance. So that's what I think we should get. And I'm looking at about a 33% gain on BNGO, ticker symbol right here. Okay, so main levels I'm kind of looking at. Again, we have to watch these. It did prove itself already. The last run that BNGO had from low to high, it went over 232% gain. So this one.
So we're going to talk about BioNano Genomics today, BNGO. We're trying to see what the opportunity is. You guys can see already in front of you that I've garnered a price prediction looking for BioNano Genomics to go up in price, and literally that's what the market did. You guys can see it really exceeded my expectation, which is always a good thing. We were positioned to see the market in BNGO to trend higher, and that's pretty much what it did. So I wanted to come in again and refresh. This ascending line is being created in the market in BioNano Genomics. Now, you guys can see all the way as I zoom out on this daily chart right here that the market in BNGO got hit all the way back to where price was back in January 2021, right? And that is a problem. So we should not be massively bullish in this particular stock. Now, as we saw price come down from $4, okay, so we're going to look for the market in BioNano Genomics to trend just a little bit higher. We want to see the market in BioNano take out this $2.90 area first before we become any more bullish.
Main levels I'm looking out for. Let's go to BNGO. BNGO is coming to a very massive buying level that we need to be watching out for. Okay, ticker symbol is right here. Do not forget to smash the like button and subscribe. That buying level is right around $1.85 here. It's coming to a very massive buying level, so it's in there. Make sure you go still watch this video, okay? Because it got BNGO stock in there, it got Sundale stock in there, it got BNGO, we got Sundale in here, we got some more. So make sure you watch 2 videos right before this one. Go smash the like button and subscribe. Let's get the channel over 100K. And now what I'm looking for, remember what I showed you guys here? We're going to be looking for that same thing again, right? So I was looking up today. So BNGO, I actually like that news. I'm looking for buying pressure at about $1.92. This will kind of be like a reversal play also. Remember, these are penny stocks, so make sure you watch that risk management and all that. But I'll be looking for an exit of about $2.20 in that range. So